Hi, comic fans, and welcome to another Suddenly Comics video. And today we are talking about Flash Gordon. What brought me onto Flash Gordon was I discovered this comic up in the attic. Didn't realize I had it, but absolutely loved this cover. And that led me into trying to accumulate more of these Flash Gordon comics from King Comics. There was 11 of them, and they were produced between 1966 and 1967. Some absolutely stunning covers. Now, there are two main artists here. The first one, and the one most associated with Flash Gordon, is of course Alex Raymond. Alex Raymond was born in 1909, and I think he died relatively young, I think in 1957, so he was in his 40s when he died. But he was the artist responsible for creating Flash Gordon. He first appeared as a newspaper comic strip in 1934, and the daily Flash Gordon newspaper strip went, I think it carried on between 1934 and let me just check, yeah, and it ended in 1992. The Sunday strip actually carried on till 2003, and these newspaper strips are constantly being reissued and republished somewhere around the world in different languages. So here we got, I'd like to, the cover that brought me into this, I think is, I'm fairly sure it's artwork by Alex Raymond, and here's the pictures of Dale Arden, who is Flash Gordon's love interest, which are behind me, also by Alex Raymond. And I'm going to put up a couple of other pieces of artwork by Alex Raymond. Just fantastic. Flash Gordon's is, of course, was an American athlete from Yale. Originally, he was a polo player, but in the 1980 movie, which is just fabulous, with music by Queen, he turns into an American football athlete. So the other artist that is featured in this short run of comics published by King Comics is a guy called Al Williamson, who also did quite a lot of work over the years on Flash Gordon comics in one format or another. I'm going to put up a few Al Williamson Flash Gordon pieces of artwork for you to have a look at. Another great artist. An interesting fact that I came across concerning Flash Gordon is that the rights to Flash Gordon back in the 70s were owned by Dino De Laurentiis, and interestingly, two famous filmmakers tried to acquire the rights to Flash Gordon. Interesting, the first one was Frederick Fellini, who failed to get the rights, and most interestingly of all, George Lucas. George Lucas failed to get the rights to Flash Gordon, and instead went ahead and made Star Wars. So probably we should be grateful that he didn't get the rights to Flash Gordon, otherwise we would never have had the phenomenon that is Star Wars. So Flash Gordon, I mean, he's appeared virtually all over the place. He after this King Comics run, he also had a short run with Marvel Comics. Al Williamson, the artist here on this Marvel Comics issue. He also appeared in DC Comics, and then most recently with his own, the Flash Gordon rights are now owned by Dynamite, who occasionally put out some Flash Gordon comics. Of course, he's not been restricted to newspaper strips and comics. He's had a television series, he's had a cartoon series. There was a series of films in the 1930s starring the swimmer Buster Crabbe. There were 3 films in the 1930s with Buster Crabbe. And then, of course, there was the great movie in 1980 with Sam Jones, who was a pin-up from a centre page pin-up from Playgirl. Also in the film, of course, there was the Brian Blessed playing Voltan, and the most quoted line from the film is Brian Blessed saying, "Gordon's alive." Sorry, not a very good Brian Blessed impression. Timothy Dalton's in the film, pre being bombed. Max von Sydow is Ming the Merciless, and of course the music by Queen, fantastic. One of my favorite films from the 1980s, and well worth rewatching it or watching it for the first time if you've never seen it. So that's my Sunday Comics video about Flash Gordon, specifically the Flash Gordon comic series by King Comics in 1966 to 1967. Some stunning artwork on the covers. Just love issue 9 in particular. But all the other covers are tremendous as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video, just skimming the surface of the wonderful treasure that is Flash Gordon. So thanks for watching. Remember, please subscribe and also hit the like button, and also go and visit suddenlycomics.com.